All right, so I want to take you through a quick overview of the Wrangler WeatherGuard, which we have installed on this Jeep Wrangler. Now, typically, the installations that I am going ahead and performing are stopping leaks. But at the same time, a lot of Jeeps, well, even if you don't have a leak, you still suffer from wind noise. And that's what's going on here with this 392. Now, here's how leaks and wind noise work hand in hand. If you have wind noise, that is points of entry that water can get in. So as of right now, water's not getting into this vehicle, but the customer's hearing a tremendous amount of wind noise. And if air can pass, so can water. All right, so let's take you through the install that we did here on this 392. What we've done is installed our proprietary body side seal so that when the door goes and closes on this windshield portion of the Jeep, we'll get a nice tight seal there. Then we continued the install down and all the way around, creating this body side seal that goes around the entire perimeter of the door. So now when you go ahead and close the door, you have a rubber to rubber interaction. All right, we did the same thing here in the rear. We've added our body side seal to the entire perimeter of the door, because the key to keeping the Jeep wind free is by creating a perfect seal. Now I'm going to take you to the rear of the Jeep, where we've also installed our body side seal, but here we've done it onto the glass. So here's the seal installed on the glass. And what we want to do with that is create a super nice close when the glass goes and touches on this rubber seal. So once the glass comes down, this is first step to closing your tailgate, is you close the actual back glass. Now, what typically happens is this glass doesn't really have anything to seal on. So once the tailgate comes and closes on here, what it's gonna do is compress the glass with a perfect compression, not over compressing it, and then keeping this top portion sealed so any water that runs off the top of the Jeep and then rolls right under here doesn't end up in between the glass and the actual seal that Jeep has provided on the rear of the hardtop. So you can see we've installed it the whole way around on this entire glass, and that's step one to keeping your tailgate or your cargo area dry. Second part, what we've done is added the body side seal to the entire perimeter of the tailgate. As you can see here, we've gone all the way across. Then we come down and go all the way around the bottom. Now, this is super important because now the tailgate, when it goes to close on the rear glass, this portion of the tailgate is going to push right up on the glass, and you can see what happens. So the tighter that we have the tailgate closing on the glass, the better compression that we achieve. All right, so now I'm going to demonstrate exactly how this works to keep your cargo area dry. So now that we've installed the body side seal on the glass, this rubber is going to marry on the rubber for the tailgate. And remember how this works. Once the tailgate goes and closes, it compresses right at this portion. Before, it was rubber to metal interaction, but now we've added our body side seal right to the top lip. We want to stop water exactly where it begins to enter. So now I'm going to show you, I want you to keep your eyes on the glass, how when we go ahead and close this, it's going to flush that glass perfectly. Tight. The glass doesn't move anymore. See? This glass doesn't have an opportunity to wiggle back and forth. If you go out and test your Jeep, the glass is going to have some play. So by adding the body side seal to the glass, the rear tailgate, we are now ensuring a leak-free cargo area.